So who's got next?
Mm-hmm.
Who's got next?
Mm-hmm. Um.
Freshman Phenoms.
Mm-hmm.
And I took these 7 from a ESPN article by Alexis. Last name starts with a P. I can't think of her last name. Philippou, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got these 7. JuJu Watkins, USC, 6'2" guard, 26.8 points per game,
Mm-hmm.
6.9 rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
3.9 assists,
Mm-hmm.
46.9% from the three.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 overall recruit, class of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And she is living up to the hype. Okay. I think she done had a few 30-point performances. Okay.
Mm-hmm. 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 Now let me say this. It was interesting that you mentioned it. I love the intro. I love that intro. I was doing some research on some of the freshman phenoms, and JuJu Watkins was one of the only ones that had in her narrative that she came to campus with great conditioning and strength and ready to go. Now,
Oh, so
audience, that
Juju's ready.
seems like something small. That's big when you jump from high school to college. Cess can tell
Juju is
you that the strength level, the muscle mass, the productivity from high school to college, just like the jump from college to pro, is like night and day. It's rare that you come in as a freshman in that type of shape, ready to go and play at the elite level that she's playing.
Juju came in. She came in ready for the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 on our list, Hannah Hidalgo.
Mm.
Hidalgo, Notre Dame. 5'6"
Mm-hmm.
guard, 23.8 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, 6.2 assists per game, 6.0 steals per game.
Mm-hmm.
She's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The youngster's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
She looked really good in the loss to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
She was 31-4, 3-3. But she's just fearless. She's going in there. Her mindset is off the chain. I think Notre Dame was like somewhere around 9-1. I haven't been keeping all the way up.
They're 9-1. A little bit about Hidalgo is interesting is that for those that didn't know, she has a gold medal in the under-19 women's basketball team, FIBA World Cup in Spain. And I might say that she plays circles around many of those players, which is what, many thought it was hype until she showed what she could do in the under-19 and stepped right into what people thought was going to be a competition at Notre Dame and immediately stepped in and said, I'm going to be the star here.
Listen,
now, the only thing that concerns me a little bit.
51% from the floor?
Yeah.
Come on.
The only slight concern, and I know Cess, don't jump out your chair. Her height. She's 5'6".
She's 5'6", and she just notched her first triple-double on Thursday.
I know.
I said, she's shooting 51 from the floor, 30, 38, almost 39 from three. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's one thing that stood out when I did my research on the freshman phenoms. Everybody was like 5'9" and up. She was the shortest of all of those.
That's what makes her special. She's the one off.
Yeah,
she's the one off. Okay, her scoring. She's fourth in the nation in scoring. At 5'6".
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 3 on the list, Mikaylah Williams, LSU. Ooh-wee. And her stats. Listen, her stats ain't going. Her stat line doesn't read like the other young ladies. But I want you to understand that this is the stat line that she's putting in on the defending champions team, right? It ain't just like some team. Okay, 17 points per game, 4.8 rebounds a game, 2.7 assists per game. She just adds to the star power at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 player in the class of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
She's been steady amid some tumultuous stuff going on at LSU, and we'll talk about that just a little bit. Just I got to touch on it because we're talking women hoops, but I'm impressed that the freshman has been able to hold it together and make an impact with all of this other stuff going on. When everybody else, these are the people that are supposed to be steady around me. These are the people that are supposed to be mentoring me. These are the people that are supposed to be leading and guiding. She's the steady one that's keeping this train on the track while you grown-ups, for lack of a better way to put it, figure it out.
And that was one of her strengths coming over, was that it said she was very, very mature, which is what you just explained, but also added this: a long reputation of her work ethic in the gym and the habits that has gotten the attention and respect of her national champion upperclassmen teammates. So you just said it. You have a freshman coming in showing more maturity.
When you got a freshman that shows up and drops 42, I don't care if it was on Kent State. 42 is 42.
Yeah,
no matter who head you put it on, right?
I agree.
And you got a freshman on track for a 50, 40, 90 season. Listen,
I agree.
You're gonna put what they say, game recognized game. It's probably old school. I don't know if that's what the kids say nowadays, but yeah, real recognized real, whatever it is, they see it. She is her. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the release, why LSU and Moki were okay with letting my girl go. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, okay.
Number 4 on the list. This is one of the ones that I'm watching. I don't know. Her style of play just kind of took to her style of play. Taliah Scott, Arkansas. Listen, 5'9" guard, 22.9 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 1.4 assists per game. So hope we can get that up a little bit. But she's won the freshman weekly award 4 times for the conference.
So one of her staples is another trait that a lot of players do not.
And this is in the SEC. This is in the SEC.
Exactly.
Okay?
I was just about to say that. We're talking about high level in conference games every time you play, pretty much. And one of the strong points for her, and again, another attribute that a lot of players don't translate well when they initially come into college, her defense.
Oh man, Florida Gatorade Player of the Year.
Defense.
Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah.
Her defense is stellar.
Stellar defense. Fearless. I hate this phrase, but I understand it so much. A nose for the ball. She's always around the ball. I hate that phrase. I'm gonna come up with a better way to say it, but excellent at drawing the fouls and extending the play and getting to the line. She's getting about 6 attempts a game, so definitely. I just took to the game. The game. I like the game. Now, surprise, surprise. Number 5 on the list, Iowa State, Addy Brown. Forward, 6'2", 14 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5.8 assists per game. Okay.
I don't know a lot about her. Enlighten me on her.
Okay, Iowa State is in a rebuilding mode. Okay, because Ashley left. I think it was Ashley Jones. They're not a top contender or nothing like that, but she's the only player in the country averaging at least 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, while connecting on 51.2% of her shots and leading the Cyclones in minutes. She's a Kansas native, 14 point, 12 rebound, and 5 assists out in a tight rivalry game against Iowa, with the promise of Brown and her fellow freshmen on full display. So, I don't know, Addy, but I like the fearlessness. 14, 9, and 5, and you gonna make it every other time you shoot it for me.
Yeah. It sounds like like a great complimentary player
Six
at the
two,
next level. Yeah, 6'2".
6'2",
Yeah, same height as JuJu. So yeah,
6'2".
yeah,
So Addy, got my eye on you.
yeah, yeah.
Number 6,
Uh-oh.
Madison Booker, another forward, 6'1",
Mm-hmm.
11.3 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.8 assists per game. Welcome addition to the backcourt there in Texas. She's got a point guard mentality, they say, looking to facilitate, but she can create her own shot. I haven't had a chance to watch her yet. See some highlights. Um, she's second on the team assistant in assistant, third in scoring, and she's taking a lot of the load off Harmon. What's that? Rory Harmon.
Well, and here's a part that really stands out in her game. Again, another rare piece. She's good at catch and shoot and off the dribble shooting, specifically from the 3-point line. Again, in today's game, you have one or the other. Those that can do both stand out, because what this means is you bring versatility to any backcourt that you're going to be a part of. So you bring that type of skill set and you're a freshman and you're catching and shooting and you can take it off the bounce like that. Yeah, she's going to be a real problem
Not only
for
that,
anybody.
you're a freshman and you drop 20 to help take down Gino RM and UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna keep my eye on you. Gonna keep my eye on you.
She was also on that same under-19 USA basketball team that won a gold medal in Spain.
Okay. And I like the social media. I like the energy on her pictures. She got her, she's buying into the Texas cowgirl hat and all of that. So she seems like a fun teammate. Just like somebody that just has a joy for the game. Like Steph Curry seems like he really enjoys just being around a game. Number 7 on the list, and when y'all hear who number 7 is, you'll understand why I stopped at 7, because it's the one that I'm watching the most. Milaysia Fulwiley, 5'10" guard, 12 points per game, 2.9 assists, 1.6 steals. Was called a generational talent before she could get her foot on the campus. And y'all saw why in that game in Paris. He throwed it, sending tweets. And she just continued to put on a show ever since. She's been benched. She's had her growing pains. I had my little soapbox moment about give her a break. She's just a freshman. Couple episodes back. They don't have to rely on her a lot yet.
No, they don't, and that's the scary part. When she gets the flow of the game down, and I'm predicting mid sophomore, maybe sophomore year, we could see someone putting up numbers that we've never seen before, as far as like the assist to turnover ratio. I think she's going to be the type of player that literally can say, okay, I'm going to score now. Okay, I'm going to facilitate now. Like, I really think she's going to be in that bag. And depending upon the talent that's around her, what I'm impressed about with her game is that I've seen her out there running with the small lineup, and I've seen her out there running with the big lineup. Mm-hmm. And there really was not a change in the way that she approached like getting things done. But what I will note is that she takes full advantage. When that other team gets big, watch for Wiley on the fast break, because she's going to take off full
that's
steam,
speed.
end to end.
That's speed. She's quick too. Here's my thing about Milaysia. And I know she's not a JuJu right now. Mm-mm. She's not a Mikaylah right now. She's not a Hannah right now. She's not a Taliah Scott. Okay. But she's right where she needs to be, because Dawn's going to bring her along slowly. She's going to make sure that she's polished before she puts her all the way in the fire.
Time out, Cess.
Yeah.
Question for you. You just made an interesting statement. You named 4 of the players that she's not at yet. And I know you didn't mean that literally. If Fulwiley is on any of those other teams, isn't she now the best out of all the freshmen because she would be the centerpiece? Fulwiley on Notre Dame, Fulwiley on USC, Fulwiley on Iowa State, Fulwiley on Arkansas, Fulwiley on LSU. Any team but South Carolina is Fulwiley the best freshman?
Talent-wise, absolutely.
Okay.
Impact-wise, I'm not sure.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about talent. Because if she, and again, and I'm not rebutting what you said because I agree, but I'm just saying it's interesting how this works. Yeah. Yeah. She's
Generational
surrounded
talent.
by so
I
much
stand on
talent.
that.
Right. And she has the advantage of a Hall of Famer coach that's going to show her the right way to play. Other coaches could care less. Get out there and play.
But it's things that I see that she needs to work on. That she knows that she needs to work on.
Right.
I can't wait to see what her game looks like for the second half of the season. Now that she's had a rhythm. Now that she's, we're getting ready to really go into conference play. She's got a feel for Don. She's got a feel for her teammates. She's got a feel for what's expected of her. Even though her numbers don't rival the numbers of the ladies that I mentioned in front of her, her ability says that she can have those numbers and better. I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
What we'll see. What I'm interested to see is because, and this is one of the reasons that I'm happy that I'm starting with a focus on these freshmen, is how everybody stacks up against each other next season.
Mm-hmm.
When she's a little bit more polished.
Mm-hmm. Which is going to be very scary.
When she's a little bit more experienced.
Mm-hmm.
How does everybody stack up then? Will they still be ranked this way? Will she be, when you see no, let me look at my roster, because I'm trying to see who all is coming back next year. And in South Carolina, who's out of there? Cardoso is a senior. I wonder if she has any years left. That Ashlyn Watkins, number 2 for South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how her and Milaysia play together as they grow together. Because Pau Pau's a senior, Cardoso's a senior, Walker is a senior, Bree Hall's a junior, Fagan's a junior. What is Raven? Oh, Raven is a sophomore. So a lot of young talent, they can be together for a long time there. And I'm sure that there were some young ladies that saw Milaysia in Paris and decided that, if they had been on the fence before, South Carolina was where they were headed, because they wanted to play with that talent as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just excited to see how these young ladies grow and develop, and who really continues to hone and improve their craft over the next this season and the off season to go in the next season, to see how everybody stacks up against each other.
So now I'm gonna make a comparison. This is gonna be kind of strange, and I'm gonna get to my point. I remember the Duke team. Good grief, what's his name? The guard that plays for. Oh my goodness. He was a freshman. He came out and made a difference in the championship. He was on the team with with Justice Winslow when they won a national championship. Oh my goodness. He played for Milwaukee. Now he plays for They called him dirty. He was tripping players, knocking them down. Says, help me out. Shooting guard from Duke.
He talking about yeah, his name was on the tip of my tongue too. So he
Yeah,
just said
tripping people, knocking people down.
that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I can
finna
see
tell
his
you.
face. I can see his face. Oh my goodness, this is so bad. Who's he play for now?
He's in it's either Milwaukee or Denver. He's someplace where he just got a ring or something. Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen. Now,
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
recall, those that watch in that game, it was kind of a stalemate. Mike Krzyzewski pointed to this young man, and he came in and literally made a difference and won that championship primarily for that team that year. I'm saying it to say this. I think we could potentially see Fulwiley do the same thing for South Carolina.
I'm gonna take that back. Grayson's in Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay. Let's look forward to find Elite Eight, Final Four, championship. You're going to need X factors like Fulwiley to come in and do that, and I think that's what we're going to see this year. It won't happen. It's going to be this year. This year, she's going to come in one of those scenarios in the big game, and they're going to. And we've been watching, so we kind of know. But those that only tune in for the tournament are going to be saying, "Who is number 12? Who is that coming in here making these plays, making this impact?"
She could have a Steph Curry Davidson type run in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs. It could just start clicking all right then for her. But since you brought up Grayson Allen, I want to go ahead and call out that he was the high scorer on Christmas Day in Phoenix. He dropped 8 threes.
Yeah,
So
he did.
I don't know if he's a dirty player or not. You know,
He used to be, not anymore.
yeah. What's a dirty player? Always a dirty player.
I think he embraced the Duke persona, but I want to stay on our fabulous women hoops. I get it. We got to dive into that.
Yeah, we'll talk Grayson, but
yeah,
we'll shout him out because he did ball on Christmas Day.
He did.
So, since we talking women's hoops, I want to let you guys know we will be live. We will be live for the South Carolina LSU game. We will be live for the South Carolina LSU game. I believe that's January 25th. Don't quote me on it. We'll get the post out. We will be live.
Must see TV.
I think Coach Ro is an LSU fan. Y'all know I'm a South Carolina fan.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think Coach Ro is an LSU.
I like Angel Reese. I like the controversy. I like the things she brings. I mean, not the controversy with her teammates, but I like the buzz. I like the hype. I do. I like that what she brings to the game. You know, I'm a believer that she's going to do something in the WNBA, but my colleague thinks otherwise, and we'll talk about that.
I didn't say that she wasn't going to do anything in the WNBA. I just said it might not be right away.
Mm-hmm.